And welcome to the show. Today I think I've got a good one for you. We're going to make some chicken chili. I've got a blast from the past where you get to see my mama and some other grandmothers from about 15, 20 years ago. I love this piece. I like seeing my mother in her prime. Yesterday we celebrated the 20th anniversary of Novato Community Television. How long has Marin TV been around, guys? We need to find that one out as well so we can have a party for them. Please support community television. Join, help us grow these things, all right? Peace, spread love, and enjoy today's show. Let's go cook. Here in the garden, going to harvest some, they were supposed to be bell peppers. However, you'll see the difference when I get to them. This is the gorgeous little plant here. Can you see that okay? And this is the sticker when I bought this plant at one of the local nurseries. Let me take a look and see if you can read that. It says bell pepper on it, right? However, the peppers that came up are not bell peppers. So I have been searching. They look like, it looks almost like a sweet Hungarian or a red, there's a red pepper from Budapest or something, but this, of course, you can see this is yellow. However, I'm going to use them. I'm going to use these in our, now look at the color of this one. So if anyone knows the name of this pepper after seeing this, let me know, okay? It's turning, it went from green to yellow, now it's turning this nice little beautiful orange, almost sunset color. Gorgeous pepper. I'm not sure if it's hot or what. We're going to try it out inside when we make our chicken chili. Some people call it white chili. I'm just calling it what it is, chicken chili. And instead of using beef or pork, we're going to use chicken, that shredded chicken, that pulled, that soft, that slow roasted chicken that we prepared a couple of days ago. Things you can do with chicken. Peace. Let's go inside and do some cooking. I think I'll get a few more of these. All right, so I've gathered those beautiful yellow and orange peppers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice these and I'm going to grill them. And also, because Lisa loves peppers and she's on her way to a Seroptimus meeting, so when I make this chili, this chicken chili, I'm going to add a couple of peppers in it because she likes the flavor of those. And hopefully we have a pleasant surprise when she gets back. I've got an orange and yellow bell pepper. And we're going to roast those as well. And why am I going to roast them? I want to bring the sweetness out of these peppers. Now, whether the little ones that we got outside are hot or mild, when I slice them, deseed them, and grill them, they're going to sweeten up. Bring out that natural sugar. So that's a trick for you, those of you who like hot, spicy peppers. If you want to tame them, deseed them. Okay, now if you notice, I'm putting my food safety gloves on. Why, you say? Well, a couple reasons. Now, again, they are safe, right? We've got those gloves on. What if you had a nick or something in your hands, and then you touch a hot pepper? That would burn like fire. So that's another reason to use those food safety gloves. Also, capsicum. That's the part in the pepper that's that hot stuff, the capsicum. And, you know, you could touch that with your fingers and then all of a sudden it's in your eyes. You touch something, another body part, you've got it in your eyes and whatever. So, you know, it's just safe. Be safe rather than sorry, okay? And I think I've given you time and time again how to buy peppers. One of the biggest tips is just shake it up. If you hear any rattling, that lets you know that seed pocket right there has collapsed and that pepper is an older pepper, okay? And there's so many ways of deseeding a pepper, so, you know, I'll let you discover your own way. I like to just kind of cut the top out, and I'll do that, and then just pull that seed pocket out. Those are the seed savers. You can save and sprout those later, and, you know, grow next year's crop. And there's so many ways of getting the peppers ready. I want large slices for when I'm going to roast them, and then we'll peel them once we get them inside, or remove that skin after they've been roasted. I'm going to place them in a just a container like so. My glass bottom boat. Okay. And you see that top there? I'm going to leave that on while we roast it, and then I'll pull that out. I'm gonna add olive oil and a little salt and maybe some garlic salt. That's all I'm gonna add to the peppers when we roast them. Now that's the bell pepper. It's gonna be interesting working with the little peppers, the little smaller peppers. Let's see what we get there. Again, I'm gonna do the same thing, just cut through the top, reach in, pull the seed pocket out. Okay, cut the bottom off, and I'll roast that as well because I want to use as much of this as I can in our chicken chili. Okay. Another good thing about using large pieces of pepper is that they won't fall through the grill. Small pieces have a tendency to kind of slip through the grill on the barbecue. See, those might be in trouble of slipping through. Okay, well that one, I'll just take that off because it's falling apart. Now let's clear up our cutting board just a little bit, move this to the side. Okay, these have all been washed. And what I want to do is cut the top off, right? And then we'll slide down through. And why am I doing these second? Well, remember those, if these are hot, I don't want that to blend in with the other. Oh, look at that. Just remove, gorgeous inside, right? And just remove that seed pocket. Again, seed savers, you can keep those. And I've got my gloves on. I'm just gonna pull those out. And again, even if this is a hot pepper, I'm gonna make it a little less hot by grilling it. I'm gonna bring all the natural juices to sweeten this out. Yeah, it smells hot. Here we are at grill side. It's about 400 degrees now before we open the lid. We're gonna lose some temp there. And let's go ahead and put the peppers out on the rack. Skin side down. It won't take long. There's those bell peppers, those sweet bell peppers. And if I'm doing these for other dishes, I'll add some of my seasoned salt. I'll really go to town with it. Now I'm gonna put that there. You see those? I'm gonna get a little more olive oil and spritz on. There we go. All right, I'm gonna spritz a little more olive oil on here. And it's okay, I don't really mind flame ups when I'm doing vegetables and things like that because I can turn it quickly or move it off the heat and let that oil cook off. All right, I'm gonna lower the lid for about 2 minutes just to really get my temperature back up. We're gonna blister those peppers and go to town. Let's go ahead and speed up this grilling process. From start to finish, it'll take about 6 minutes. Just char them so that skin gets nice and dark. It'll sweeten the peppers up even more. And a little trick coming up at the end of this. Okay, let's close the lid for about a second or two. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the grill off. And then we're gonna take our peppers, and I've got the aluminum pan here, and I'm gonna just place them in the pan. I'm gonna show you a trick or a tip, a hack as the kids call them nowadays. Everything has become a hack now instead of just a tip, right? My hack. It just sounds so funny to me. Oh, look at that, isn't that gorgeous? All that color. Now I'm segregating them just to make sure I don't get hot if these are too hot. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna put these on that side of the pan. And then we're gonna cover, I'm gonna place some foil on the top of this pan. It's gonna foil wrap it while it cools down. And when that, when those skins have cooled, it'll be easy to peel. Okay, all right, let's take them inside and let them rest. We haven't used this shot in a while, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Our, as I call it, my down under. This is the sweet onion, and remember the tip. And I think I can illustrate this very, very well now from this point, looking at how flat that onion is. Love that down under shot, okay? Okay, let's just go ahead and prep it up. There's our peppers. I'm going to remove that foil and then put them off to the side so as not to block your view. And I've got a glass bowl that I will transfer those into. Again, I have my food safety gloves on. I think I've shared with you a lot of times when you're dealing with food items that are a bit slippery, these gloves help you get a better grip. Now there's that roasted pepper. And we're just going to peel that skin off like that as much as possible. And it's okay if some is still in there, but you see how easy that peels off? We've had it in that aluminum container, and it just kind of sweats them. Oops, some of that skin dropping on the glass top there. Oh wow, you can smell the sugar that come out of that pepper there. Again, I'm just going to peel all of these. And I'm doing the sweet ones first. Why? Well, they're bigger pieces, one. And I think... Well, let's go ahead and speed this up. As you can see, I'm peeling this off. And remember, those gloves, those food safety gloves, not only protect you if there's a nick on your hand to keep from getting that capsicum on your fingers, it also helps to hold the food item softer. Now, here's that hot pepper, the one that I wasn't sure if it was hot. I roasted it. We're going to peel it, and I'll give it a little taste. And I got to tell you, it was nice and sweet, just beautiful. It's going to add so much to our chicken chili, which we will get to in un momento. I shouldn't eat that while I chop, should I? Good stuff. Did you like my little heart sign there? I can't do that very well. Go ahead and zip through chopping these peppers. Again, you're missing nothing by seeing me speed this up. You see the process there. I love sweet peppers. Here we are back in the kitchen, and we're going to make our chicken or white chili. And let me show you the ingredients for this. And a couple of things I want to point out. And again, I'm using my DJI so I can check my shots right here. I can look at you and make sure I got the shot right. I like this. Let's scan down, and I want to show you a couple of things here. The chili powder, I should say, what I'm going to use. Now, this is my blend that I make myself. This is a store-bought. I shouldn't say store-bought. Yeah, well, it is store-bought. Everything is store-bought because I didn't grow all the peppers. However, I want to see the difference now. This is, I can't remember which brand I got there, but I want to show you prepackaged homemade. There's very little difference. Mine is a base of chili powder. I got some of my seasoned salt, cumin, and this is cumin based as well. It's got garlic powder, onion powder, all of those things. And what it looks like to me is that the processed one is just more finely ground. That's all. That's the big difference there. And I added some of that sweet paprika to it to give it that color. And that's gorgeous. And remember, if you want it hot, just add more spices to it. Now here are the ingredients for our chicken chili. I've got both the dark meat and white meat chicken. I'm going to save some of the breast meat to make Lisa some chicken salad. I've got my onion that you saw me dice up, the yellow and orange pepper, the sweet and that hot pepper. However, remember, when I roasted it, brought a lot of sugar out, and that pepper was quite tasty. Remember when the liquid that was left from that chicken, I removed the fat and I allowed it to just come back up to room temperature, and we're going to use that in place of chicken broth. Okay, so we won't need nearly as much chicken broth because we have all that dense flavor when we from slow roasting that chicken. Now I want to show you. These are white beans. These are butter beans, lima beans. You can use cannellini beans. Now, these were dry beans that I have been soaking for 2 days, and look how large they've gotten. They've plumped up. Look at that right there. And don't worry, I'm not going to throw this water away. I'm going to go out and add it to the garden, okay? I'm going to drain these off, and we'll need more water for our chili. And of course, you can season with salt and pepper. However, I think because we're going to have enough flavor in there, I may not add any more oil or fat because we have some of the fat left from the broth. You see it on top there? The bottom part, that's all that beautiful rich flavor. That little thin part, that's the fat from the chicken. So we may not need any other oil. So let's go to the stove top and get to cooking. Here we are at the stove top. We've got all our ingredients laid out. And remember this earlier when I saved this and I talked to you about the fact that you could use this in sautés. I'm going to add some of that flavor right there. A little of that fat gets in there. And I'm going to start everything right here. We're going to heat this up and give it this maybe 20-30 seconds to heat up. And if you feel like you want to add some more oil, and I honestly don't think you do, because I can see, I'm not sure if you can at home, the fat that's on the top there, the oil, the grease, the flavor floating there. I'm just going to give that a chance to heat up. And however, if you feel like you want to add a little more, just add some olive oil, canola oil, some pieces of chicken there. You know, all that will bring up the flavor. Let this get nice and hot. What I'm going to do now is add my onions. I think that's ready to rock. We're not going to get that beautiful sizzle, however. There we go. Just add those onions and let them soften up just for maybe a minute or two at the most. And remember now, I'm going to show you this bottle again of the chicken remains, the chicken drippings, as they say, as we should say. Oh, I can smell it already. Now, you see how that's a little bit gelatinous. I forget the word, aspic, I believe it is in a lot of European dishes. They use that. So if that's still too solid to come out of your container, you know, use a larger neck container and they'll come out, okay? We'll take our time, let this cook for just a bit. Next I'm going to add, I've got 4 cups of water. May not need all of them now. 2 there. 2 more here. Remember, once we get the chili going, we want to let this simmer for quite a while. So there's our 4 cups of water. Can you hear that snap, crackling, a whole lot of pop there? Again, we're building that base. This is our chicken or white chili. Now I'm going to add those sweet peppers. And all of this is just good flavor coming home. The chicken remains. Now I'm going to add my lima beans, butter beans, cannellini beans, and those have been drained. Pour those in. I'm going to get all of those in there, all those beans. That's some of our chili powder next. Do our Bob Marley and stir it up. I'm going to let this cook for about 20-30 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and add my first 2 cups of water. Just enough to cover our beans. I want these beans to start to soften up before we add our chicken, okay? So I'm going to place the chicken back in the fridge to ready to add it in. So I'm going to let this cook for about 30 minutes, then we will move along. Look at that nice boil. Those lima beans are starting to soften up. Now they are soft from soaking for a couple of days. However, there's a difference in that soaking softness and when they start to cook. They're absorbing all that flavor, the chilies, the peppers, the onions, all that's in there. I'm going to lower this ever so slightly. And I'm okay if it continues to boil. And we'll just start to add our chicken now. And of course, you know, in about an hour or so, we'll check the flavor. I'm going to let this cook 2-3 hours. I'm going to lower it and just let it simmer. I'm going to bring it back to a boil, let it boil for about 15 minutes. Gonna lower it, simmer it. I want all that flavor. And again, this is that slow cooked Yardbird. We roasted like, well, yeah, oven roasted it like we did for our pulled pork, shredded chicken. I think Mama Laura Aikens would be proud of me with this one. Mama Gordino as well, because I'm mixing a little, you know, Hispanic soul with a little Afro-American soul, huh? Okay, bring this back to a boil. I'm going to add a little more chili powder. And I'm going to add some more water to it. Okay, stir it up, little darling. And we'll allow this to thicken nicely. Okay, here we go. Let's let it do its thing. Okay, the chili is looking good. I'm going to just take it right off the stove and bring it over. And we're going to get a little taste here. Let's see if we can get that camera down and get a close-up of our chili. There we go. There it is. Ooh la la. Oh, now I've got a bowl here. Let's serve some up. That gorgeous. That's that chicken chili. Look at there. It's got a nice little rust color to it, I think. I love that. Beautiful. Ooh la la. Honey, are you hungry?
Yeah.
All right. A little chili there. You can see the peppers and the, oh my goodness, the chicken, the those lima beans have cooked up. Now, you ever have tortilla soup? I'm going to just add some tortillas there. These are the dips. Those little scoopers, right? A little bit of cheese we'll sprinkle on top. Now, how about a lot more cheese we'll sprinkle on top? And I've got some cilantro. A bit of cilantro I'm going to just garnish it with. Seeing how that looks on my camera. A little more cilantro. And then how about a little dollop of sour cream? Okay. Now we've got the little squeeze ball. I love these. You can really just kind of decorate, almost like in a cake decoration. I'm going to sprinkle a little more cheese on that. Okay, I think we might be ready to taste. Ooh la la. Okay, let's taste it. Oh, our chicken chili. I want to make sure I get some of everything in here. The chips, the chili, the cheese, all of that good stuff. The sour cream. Whoops. It's hot. Hot and good. Wow. My dad would have loved this. Make some cornbread to go with this. Ooh la la. Peace, spread love.
Celebrity grandmother. June Cleaver was certainly at home in the kitchen, and so is Barbara Billingsley.
And her 12 grandchildren call her Sweet Mama. From Conyers, Georgia, Laura Bell Aikens is here with us.
And a grandma who says she couldn't cook at all when she got married 50 years ago. Grandma Molly Pierre has made up for it since. She's making cookies for us today.
And finally, Graziella DeMarco was born in Sicily, and this Nona will show us how food means love in an Italian family. There you have it. 4 grandmas, all great cooks, with recipes for your family. Let's bring them all out now.
Oh, how good is this?
Oh, you know what, you guys, it's kind of pathetic.
pathetic that they made you all sit in rocking chairs.
Yeah, you're the only grandma with nice rock music, though.
Especially because we saw y'all working backstage, and there is nothing rocking about it. Boy, you were back up.
All right, let's go down the line. How many grandchildren? Let's start with you.
You said 12, but it's 16.
16 grandchildren.
Wow. You're a busy grandma. Laura?
12.
12. She has a 12. Molly?
I have 4 natural and 2 step-grandchildren.
Graziella, come on. You don't have grandkids?
Only 5.
5? Let me tell you, she does not look like any nanny of mine, I'm telling you.
I know. And I'm guessing that you're older than her.
I am older than... How old are you?
I'm actually 74. I've had 14 facelifts now.
Can I see your doctor? Where? Who is he?
42.
42. See, I am older than this grandma nana.
But let me tell you, I'm spying all that food over there, and it's looking good. Barbara,
I
what are
hope
you
you're
making
hungry.
for us today?
Well, this is a nice sweet potato casserole, and it really is delicious.
And you know what?
And if you don't like sweet potatoes, you're going to like this.
Now, does your family love it when you make this and get really upset if you don't?
I take it to wherever I may be on Thanksgiving.
And you know what? I am going to say, thank God somebody made sweet potato casserole without the marshmallows.
There's not a marshmallow.
Thank you. Thank you. Laura,
Yes.
I see you holding that.
Now, you know I'm from the South.
Yes,
I'm from
and
Georgia.
I'm looking at that
And you
pecan
know,
pie.
I made a pecan. A good old Southern Laura Aikens pecan pie.
Oh, Laura,
Sweet Mama, as my grandkids call me.
Grandkids call you Sweet Mama.
Can we call you Sweet Mama?
Yes,
Oh,
I would
good.
just love for you to call me.
Molly?
Of all the cookies I make, this is a favorite. They're called Starlight Mint Surprise Cookies. Oh. And wherever I go, this is what's requested.
This is what they beg for, huh?
Yes.
Do you hide them? My grandma used to hide them on us.
No, but I have a full-size freezer. I bake them and freeze them.
Oh, good. So there's plenty always.
There's always a supply on hand. I feel very insecure when I don't have at least a box full of these.
So, Graziella?
Yes.
What do you got going over
I
there?
have rotolini di melanzane, which is a rolled eggplant stuffed with angel hair, tomato, and basil.
Oh, that sounds so
My
good.
grandchildren are Italian all the way. They love Italian food. I don't know why, but
And if they weren't, they don't have a choice, do they?
they're stuck.
Okay, let's lose these
I
rockers.
say let's lose them. Let's go to the kitchen.
Next, Barbara Billingsley's family favorite, a sweet potato casserole.